So a hexagonal pyramid of 25 mm sides of base and 50 mm axis length rests on HP on one of its slant edges. Draw the projections of the pyramid when the axis is inclined to VP at 45 degrees. So a hexagonal pyramid of 25 mm sides and 50 mm axis length rests on HP. So obviously we have to start from HP. Since it is resting on one of the slant edges, so the slant edge has to be made parallel to VP. So that is possible only when you have a corner position. Because edge means always you should remember that you are going to have only 2 points. So here you can see AO is the edge or the slant edge which is parallel to VP. That is visible here. AO is parallel to VP and also OD is also parallel to VP. So that should be the condition. So when you look from the top view, you can see A, B, C, D, E, F all are visible and O is visible and O1 is invisible. So here A, B, C, D, E, F, A is visible and O is visible and O1 will become invisible. So when you look from the top view, we can see the side of base which is 25 mm, and when you look from the front view, I can see the height of the pyramid which is 50 mm. Now when you look from the front view, A, B, C, D is near to the observer, so it is visible. So A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash is visible. And E and F are invisible, so E dash and F dash is invisible. And O1 dash is hidden by the edge of BC, so naturally that is invisible. When you look from the front view, O is visible, so O dash is visible. So the slant edges OA, OB, OC, OD, OE and OF all have been reached, all have been joined with the apex point. From apex point to the end point of the edge, base edge OA. Similarly, O to B, O to C, O to D, O to E and O to F all are the slant edges. So it has been joined. So naturally O dash to A dash, O dash to B dash, O dash to C dash and O dash to D dash is visible or drawn. Now coming to the orthographic view, so here to construct the hexagon, draw a horizontal line and consider any point on that horizontal line, and by using the compass measure the radius of 25. With this as center, you mark that point as O and draw a circle of radius 25. So that's the diameter. This circle will cut at the point, the horizontal line at A and D. So you mark the point as A and D, and then by using the compass take the radius of 25 with A as center, cut an arc on the circumference of the circle to get this point F. Similarly on this side to cut on this side on the circumference of the circle to cut the point B. Similarly with D as center, take a radius of same radius of 25, cut on this side of the circumference of the circle and cut on this side of the circumference of the circle to name them as E and C respectively. So now we have marked all the 6 points. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F and F to A with the dot line, and join A to O, O to D, O to B, O to C, O to E and O to F with the dot line. Now we need to write the front view. So draw a vertical projectors from A, B, C, D, E and F to the XY line, and also draw a vertical projector from O1 to the XY line. Then join them A to A dash to D dash. Then since the height is given as 50 mm, when you look from the front view, the height is seen from O1 to O, which is 51. So from O1 dash you draw a vertical line and you measure the distance of 50 mm and mark this point. And then this point will going to be O dash. And then join O dash to A dash with a dark line, that is visible to visible is visible. O dash to B dash is visible to visible is visible. O dash to C dash visible to visible is visible. And O dash to D dash visible to visible is visible. Similarly, join between A dash to B dash, which is visible to visible is visible, and B dash to C dash is again visible to visible is visible, so you dark that. Then C dash to D dash visible to visible is visible, so you dark that. Then E dash F dash will be invisible edges, so it will be shown in brackets. So now in this side you can see O dash A dash is the slant edge. When you look from the top view, OA is the slant edge which is parallel to VP, and OD is also a slant edge which is parallel to VP. So both the edges are slant edges. Now it is resting on one of the slant edges on HP. Since it is resting on one of the slant edges on HP, so we will going to rest D dash O dash on XY line. So that means we have to reproduce the first position front view here such that one of the slant edges resting on HP. So you measure the length by using the compass. You measure the length from D dash to O dash and consider any point and mark that point as D dash and cut an arc on the XY line to get this point O dash. That O dash is not shown here, but it should be O dash here. Then you measure the length from D dash to A dash. From D dash, draw an arc. Similarly, from O dash to A dash, you measure the length. From this O dash, cut an arc on the previously drawn arc to mark this point A dash. Then join A dash to D dash to O dash, and O dash to D dash, O dash to A dash with a dark line. Then measure the length from D dash to B dash. From D dash, you cut an arc on this to get this point B dash F dash. And then you measure the distance from D dash to O1 dash. From D dash, you mark that point O1 dash. And then you measure the distance from D dash to C dash. Transfer it on D dash to C dash, E dash here. So you are going to get this point. Then join between O dash to B dash with a dark line. Then O dash to C dash, E dash with a dark line. And then join O dash to O1 dash with a center line marking. Now you write the top view. Draw a vertical projector from D dash and also O dash to the top view. Draw a horizontal projector from OD to get this point O and D here. And draw a vertical projector from O1 dash and draw a vertical projector from A. So you draw a horizontal projector to intersect or to meet at this point A and O1. And draw a horizontal projector from BC and draw a vertical projector from B dash and C dash to get this point B and C respectively. Similarly, draw a vertical projector from F, which is already drawn, and also from E dash, and then draw a horizontal projector from E and F to intersect at this point E and F here. So once we have projected all the points, now we have to join. So join between A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and F to A with a continuous thin line. Then join between OB, OC, OE, and OF with a continuous thin line. Now we will going to apply the condition of visibility and invisibility now. So all the exterior edges of the boundaries of the solids are visible. So that is the first condition. So OB, BC, CD, DE, EF and FO forms the boundaries of the hexagonal pyramid. So you join them with a dark line. Then when you look from the top view, A, B, C, D, E, F is near to the observer. That is also quite evident here. A, B, C, D, E, F is near to the observer. So it becomes visible. So join between F to A and A to B with a dark line. Then the question is now raised with CO and EO. Since CO is crossing the visible edge AB, so naturally CO will going to become invisible. And EO is crossing the visible edge of AF, so naturally EO will be invisible edge. Now when you look from the top view, A dash, O dash is near to the observer, so it is visible, so AO, U dot. And since ABCDEF is visible and triangular surface OEF and OAB is visible, so naturally OD will going to become invisible. In other words, if the edge or a corner which is on the XY line, that is O dash D dash, in the front view, automatically it becomes invisible in the top view. So OD will be invisible, but OA is visible, so you make a dotted line between A to D. So that is also quite evident here. OD becomes invisible. That is basically because when you look from the top view, this hexagonal surface and OA is visible. So naturally that is hidden by the edge. But OA and OD are on the same plane. So till OA it will be visible. So then from other remaining distance you make it an invisible edge. Now since ABCDEF is visible, since O1 is on that surface, so naturally O1 will be visible.